eventful.
That's more like it. Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to another episode of Pit Stop Sunday. So, as you can tell by the title, I am reflecting, looking back at the crazy car history of this year. This year, 2020, has been a crazy year in more ways than one. But looking back at the last few months, I've bought 2 cars and sold 3. So I thought I'd kind of look back and kind of speak about my experience really, because quite a few cars have come and gone, which wasn't really my intention. It's just how life has kind of panned out really. And I thought, well, let me look back and really go through what's happened. So for those of you that don't know, if you haven't been following me on social media, my Mark II Mazda MX-5, aka Mad Max, has now finally been sold. He was on the market for quite a long time. Well, he was on the market since, it would have been February, I think. So yeah, quite some time. By the way, before I go any further, yes, I am going to do yet another shameless plug for my merchandise. Got my t-shirt here with Monique on it, and I also have my mug as well. There we go. So if you want to check out my merch, please head over to controlandshift.com. The link, as always, will be in the bio. I do apologise for turning my back on you then. So yes, that's shameless plug over. There we are, if you haven't seen a t-shirt already. Right. So yes, my Mark II MX-5 was on the market for quite some time. I did take him off the market at some stage because I wasn't getting any interest. And to be fair, when you're trying to sell a 2-seater convertible in winter, you're not really going to get many punters, are you? So I knew it was a bad time to sell the car, but I wanted it gone. So I thought, well, let me put it on the market. The worst that will happen is that it simply won't sell. It has sold now. I think it's gone to another YouTuber or another creator of some form. I wasn't actually involved in the sale of the vehicle, which may sound mad because it was my car. Thankfully, a good friend of the channel and fellow YouTuber, Pocket Rockets, aka Chris, he at some stage he was interested in buying the car, so I took it over to him. He lives in Essex. I said, look, give the car a drive, see what you think. If it's for you, great. If it isn't, there's no pressure for you to buy it. And of course, I did offer him the car at mates rates. He drove it, he did enjoy it, but he said, well, Aaron, I can't really justify a car like this. This is in essence a toy. And he's already got a fully stripped out track EP3 Civic Type R. Therefore, for him to have that car and my Mark II Mazda MX-5 doesn't really make sense, because he's essentially got 2 track toys and he barely uses his Civic at the moment because of COVID and whatnot. So he enjoyed it, but I said, look, it's not for me. Okay, that's fine. Well, if you can, Chris, if you can sell it on my behalf, because that way it saves me having to come all the way back to Essex to come and collect the car. So Chris has been a massive help because he's dealt with a few time wasters. And at some point it looked as if the car would never sell. At some point, Chris even said to me, even if you offered it for free, you'd probably still have no proper interest. But yes, the car has gone, yes. So I haven't met the new owner. He has reached out to me on Instagram, but I've been really busy this week because, of course, I'm back at work and have been for quite some time. So I'm yet to really open up a proper conversation with him, but I look forward to doing that in the future. Sorry, one of the cats is a bit confused. She wants to get out of the room, but you can fit through that gap. No, you're gonna go there instead. She just tried to jump on the piano and missed. Deary me. I've just realised I've not set up my other camera. Oh, it's been a long day. Right, back in a few moments. Sorry about that. In my haste to get this video set up, I've got my other camera. Hello, other camera. So yeah, I'm yet to really have a proper conversation with the new owner, but hopefully I will do so at some point. But yeah, a big thank you to Chris for selling the car on my behalf. So yeah, I've not owned many cars in my life, but I've probably owned more cars this year than I have at any point. Well, in fact, I have. There was a period this year where I owned 4 cars, and I never thought I'd be in that position. I almost felt like a car trader. I almost felt like Calvin's car diary, and that was never planned. The reason why I had 4 cars was, of course, I couldn't get rid of the Mark II MX-5. But now I'm back to a 2-car garage. I like the simplicity. Obviously, I've got less to worry about, less car maintenance, less tax and insurance, and of course less petrol. And yet it is nice to be back to a 2-car garage. And when I look back, I do think 3 cars. I didn't really need 3 cars, but the 3rd car was the track car. And the reason why I got rid of the track car is, of course, if you don't know, my wife and I are expecting our first child. Therefore, I thought, well, for me to be paying out money on track days is not really the best use of our money. So that's why the MX-5 went in the end. The Fiesta went just because it had a few little niggles, and I thought, well, if I can't sell the MX-5, I may as well keep that and then sell the Fiesta, because the Fiesta was an easier car to sell. I don't really understand why. Because the MX-5s are really popular, as are the older Fiestas, especially ones with a Ford Puma lump in it. But yeah, the Fiesta, that was a pretty effortless car to sell. Now, sadly, I've lost money on each car I've sold. So I lost money on this Civic. Well, I technically broke even on the Civic. However, so Patsy bought it for £9,990 from Torque GT. And then when we took it back to Torque GT, they sold it on our behalf, and of course they took a commission. They sold it again for £9,990. So in that respect, we broke even. But because we had to pay commission to Torque GT, then we did lose money. And some of you will say, "Oh, well, you could have kept hold of the Civic longer. It would have appreciated, blah 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 blah." And it would have appreciated over time. But I think it would have needed quite a bit of time in order to really start appreciating in value. And some of you will say, well, why not just sell the car privately? Yeah, we tried that. And I won't speak about this too much because I have spoken about this previously. But the offers we were getting for my EP3 Civic Type R were just laughable, to be honest. There's one guy who offered about £3,500 for it, which, yeah. Anyway, I've covered that already. So yeah, lost money on the Civic. I did lose a bit of money on the Fiesta, not much. I lost £200, so I bought it for £1,700 and sold it on for £1,500. I thought, well, for the sake of losing £200, I thought, man, just get rid of it, just just move it on really, and just carry on with my life. And the MX-5, how much did I lose on that? So I lost about £250, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't sound too bad, but when you bear in mind the amount of money I had to put in, the amount of money Patsy had to put in to fix the car in the first place after I kind of wrecked it on track, then yeah, I would have liked to have got £2,000 for it as a minimum. Originally I put it up for £2,750, which I knew no one would pay for that, but I thought if I put it at that, then people can haggle me down. And at the time, I would have been really happy with £2,500. And then as time went by, I thought, you know what, actually £2,000 I'll be happy with. Wouldn't really want to take anything less than that. But the car's been on the market for as long as my Mark II, it gets to a point where you have to think long and hard about the offers you're turning down, particularly when the other offers you've had have been from time wasters. So yeah. That is what it is. But do I have any regrets? That's a question I've been asking myself this week. Life is too short to have regrets. Now, that's not to say I don't have any regrets in life, because I do. I think it's natural to have regrets. I think to have the mentality or the ethos of oh, you should never have any regrets. I think it's just a little bit wishful thinking, in my opinion. They're always bound to have some kind of regrets. They may be quite minor, they might be quite large. But yes, do I have any regrets? No, I don't. Purely because I've been able to experience different things, albeit not for too long, because the MX-5 I only had that for, well, I had it for about a year, but in terms of actually driving it, yeah, I didn't actually drive it as much as you guys probably think I did, particularly when it spent the last few weeks with Chris in Essex. The Type R, great car to tick off my bucket list, but ultimately wasn't the car for me. And the Fiesta, that was a really fun little car. And although I had only owned it for about a month or so, there was a genuine bit of sadness when I had to hand the key over, because that was a real hoot to drive, and it felt, pretty ballistic when you got it by the scruff of the neck and really gave it what for. But yeah, just a crazy year of car ownership, and I don't like to be one of those YouTubers that is forever changing cars, and every time the wind changes direction, I've got something else parked in my garage. That's not the type of YouTuber I want to be. And I'm not having a dig at those kind of YouTubers. Hey, if that's how you want to do your channel, that's entirely up to you. I understand why YouTubers swap cars quite often, because it's all about keeping your content fresh and bringing something new to the channel. I appreciate that you have to shake things up every now and then, but I prefer to have a bit of, stability in my garage, particularly as I don't really have a great amount of money in order to keep having cars come and go, really, because it's just the time and money just isn't worth it. So for the time being, I've got my Mark 1 MX-5 Monique, and of course my Mark 2 Seat Leon Cupra, nicknamed Leo. I am really happy with that 2-car garage. Yeah, granted, it won't be the idea. It won't be the ideal 2-car garage for many people, but for me, it works quite well. So yes, I am happy. Apart from the MX-5, the process of selling the 3 cars has been pretty painless. Obviously the Type R was dealt with by Torque GT, and it was gone pretty much within a week of them putting it on their website to advertise it up for sale. The Fiesta, that sold pretty quickly, so that was good. I didn't have loads of interest for it, but I had enough. And of course, the MX-5, thankfully, was dealt by Chris, aka Pocket Rockets. Yeah, he's been a massive help. If it wasn't for him, then I'd still have the car here, and I would be kind of stuck with it. So yeah, so Chris, if you're watching, you will be getting your own little commission, and don't take no for an answer. Don't make me beat you up or yeah, whatever. And by the time this video's gone out, I would have given him the commission. So yeah, in your face, Chris, you're getting some money whether you like it or not. I'm going to manhandle that cash into your hand. So that's it, really. Guys, if you have any questions in regard to my experience, to be honest with you, this has been pretty much God knows how long of me just rambling, which you can probably tell. But I wanted to get a Pit Stop Sunday video out for this week, and I thought this might be a good topic for me to speak about. So this has been very ad hoc, very off the cuff, which you can probably tell. So as always, I will finish off by reading your comments. So I will be moving that tripod over here. There we go. Hopefully I was able to seamlessly blend those 2 shots into the edit. It probably didn't work. Anyway, so first comment is from a regular viewer and commenter by the name of Mervyn Palmer. He commented on my last Pit Stop Sunday video, and he's put, "Always look forward to your reviews, mate. One of a few car journalists that don't twist my melon." Thank you very much. Again, this is a comment on my last Pit Stop Sunday episode. It's from James G, and he has put, "Good video, interesting to see all the work you put into the videos. Props to you for putting in loads of hard work. Keep up the good work." So thank you very much, James. That is a very kind comment. And yes, a lot of hard work does go into these videos, particularly as I do all of this around a full-time job, as a lot of you may know. Next comment is from a viewer by the name of Stephen Godfrey. He has commented on my walk around of the new Caterham Super 7 1600. If you're wondering why I'm doing new in inverted commas, have a look at the car and you'll realise why, because it is a brand new car, but it isn't, if that makes any kind of sense. He has put, I love the car and retro look. At 6'2", you did well to fit in, but me on the other hand, at 6'2", thinking emoji, keep up the good work. And I responded with, hi Stephen, thanks for watching and thanks for the comment. I reckon you would fit in with the roof off, LOL. What about the lols? Right. So next one is from a long-term viewer and subscriber, Jamie Pickles. He has put, enjoyed watching the video, the best looking Caterham model. And of course that was on my Caterham Super 7 1600 walk around. That is a bit of a mouthful. So Jamie, thank you so much for watching and for your continued support. And that leaves room for one more comment. Ooh, who will it be? I will go for fellow YouTuber and good friend Car Focused. If you haven't heard of Car Focused, please do check out his stuff. He does a lot of Ford content, but that's not to say that's the be all and end all of what he does. And he's a lovely guy, and he's one of those YouTubers where there's not much BS. He's quite similar to me in that respect, quite down to earth, not really clickbaity or anything like that. So yeah, please do check out his channel. He's excuse me. He's just put up a video. Well, it was yesterday or today or whenever. He's put up a video where he's driving a Sierra Cosworth. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. Lucky toe rag. So anyway, he's also commented on my review of the Caterham Super 7 1600. By the way, he's also on his channel. He recently reviewed the Caterham 7 310R. So if you like your Caterham content, do head over to his channel. He's put, you know I'm a fan of these, although I'd have to go for a more race-inspired model as opposed to this classic style. Nice walk around, mate, and then a thumbs up. So thank you very much for that, Gary. Good to get your support, and it was so good to see you finally get behind the wheel of a Caterham, and yes, I enjoyed your thoughts and reactions. So that is pretty much it from this instalment of Pit Stop Sunday. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If so, be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time, guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.